Washington, D.C. Quick, who's been the Yankees' most reliable reliever over the last 2 months? It's not Dellin Betances. The big guy has been their most dominating bullpen piece of late, and he was great again, working a 1-2-3/8 with 3 strikeouts in Monday night's 4-2 win over the Washington Nationals, but Betances hasn't been on a 2-month roll. It's not closer. Aroldis Chapman, who has been lights out turning ninth-inning leads into wins, and with a little scare, picked up his 21st save in 22 chances with Monday's win. Why Yankees called up Frazier, farmed out Torres. It's also not Chad Green, who mostly has been tremendous aside from Monday's first game when he allowed a tie-breaking homer for the Yankees. Here's another name, Jonathan Holder. The 13th pitcher on a 13-man staff at the start of the Holder has been on a ridiculous run since the 3rd week of April that continued Monday night with a Houdini act that saved the Yankees during the second game win. After the Yanks lost the completion of a May 15 suspended game 5-3, their slim lead in the makeup of a May 16 rainout was in jeopardy when Holder replaced starter Sonny Gray during a 6th-inning crisis. With the Yankees up 4-2, Holder entered with runners on the corners and nobody out. Holder's thought process at the time: "I'm trying to get out of it," Holder said. "Sonny had a great start and I was trying to save that for him." 3 batters later, the first 2 by strikeout, the Yankees were off the field still leading thanks to Holder extending his streak of allowing no earned runs to an incredible 22 innings over his last 20 outings. Along the way, he lowered his ERA to 2.19. This hot streak for Holder began with his first outing in his second stint with the Yanks. What changed? He's kind of switched from more of a curveball to a slider, and we've seen a little bit of a bump in the velocity since spring training, Yankees manager Aaron Boone said. "I know a year or 2 ago he was throwing harder, and he had lost some of the velocity. We're routinely now seeing 92, 93, 94 miles per hour, and the one thing he does great is pound the strike zone. But he's relied more on the slider as opposed to the curveball early in the year, and that's become a real weapon for him." Holder began the year with a big club, but was optioned to AAA after allowing 7 runs, 6 earned, over his first 3 outings. Being sent down motivated Holder, a 25-year-old from Mississippi who as a rookie in 2017 was 1-1 with a 3.89 ERA over 37 appearances. "That's part of the game," Holder said. "That's part of being young and having minor league options. I just took it one game at a time. Go down and work on stuff." After pitching to a 3.00 ERA in 4 outings for AAA Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Holder returned. And ever since he's been lights out, allowing just 3 unearned runs and 9 hits over 22 innings. "He went from a guy that frankly kind of barely made the team out of spring training," Boone said. "He was sent down pretty early. And since he's come back, he's just earned more and more opportunities. He's earned bigger opportunities. The more guys we can have in the mix in those high-leverage spots, the more we can kind of protect each other. Man, just another terrific performance. I'm just so proud at what he continues to do." The Nats' 6th began with Gray walking Anthony Rendon and then a line single to right by 19-year rookie Juan Soto. Enter Holder, whose first task was facing first baseman Mark Reynolds, a slugger who earlier drove in the Nats' 2 runs with a ground out and sacrifice fly. This time Reynolds had a tremendous 12-pitch at-bat, but it ended with Holder striking him out on a slider. "I was fortunate to make it 1 pitch at a time and get to him at the end," Holder said. From there, Holder struck out pinch hitter Daniel Murphy on 3 pitches to take away the threat of a game-tying sac fly. Then he got out of the inning by retiring light-hitting catcher Pedro Severino on a pop-up to short. "That was huge," Gray said. "Walking off the mound there, at that situation you're just kind of hoping that we can get out of the inning with a tie game. To do what he did was incredible, and I feel like after he did that you could feel a jolt go across the bench and we knew we were going to win this game." Yankees legend Andy Pettitte throws batting practice. From there, the Yankees added an insurance run in the 7th on a 2-out RBI double by Giancarlo Stanton, and they held on to escape town with a win and a loss instead of 2 losses. Holder got a lot of love from teammates during post-game interviews. "It's impressive how he commands the zone," right fielder Aaron Judge said. "That's the biggest thing I've seen with him. Very impressive," added center fielder Aaron Hicks. "Being able to come into a situation like that and shut it down was big for us in that part of the game." Randy Miller may be reached at rmiller@newadvancemedia.com. Follow him on Twitter at Randy Miller, find NJ.com on Facebook.